in the great room. His tail is wagging so loud I can hear it on the mic. You're not in the video, honey. Someone wants to be a star. Look at him making love to that camera. Welcome back to our channel, YouTube. My name is Kristen Forgione. I'm the founder, creative director, and principal designer here at The Lifestyle Co. And I have some very special people with me today for our holiday house tour. Who are you?
Harper.
Who are you?
Sutter.
Who are you?
Vince, the CEO.
We are really excited to have you guys back today. You actually haven't been back to the ODLhouse since our reveal. You remember?
Time ago.
Yeah, 2.5 years. And after last year not filming any holiday here at the house, we heard about it. We heard from you guys on YouTube, and we wanted to make sure that you could see how we were celebrating this year. Come on in. I'm so excited to get a chance to spend some time with you guys here at my home. And if you're wondering, I don't know, maybe this is your first video on our channel, we covered every moment of building this home together. As you may or may not know, we are the Lifestyle Co. and we focus largely on new build, new construction, renovation, and interiors. And then we also have 2 brick and mortar retail locations here in Arizona and a worldwide online business where you can shop so much of what you see here, both holiday and not. So 2020, we bought this lot and started building our actual dream home and have been living here ever since. So there's so much on the channel under the list. I think it's under the ODLhouse, which is also how you can search on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can find me at my personal account at Kristen Forgione or on the brand account at The Lifestyle Co. And you can also search for this exact project, hashtag theODLhouse, if you want to see it all. So right here, right now, every year we select a location for our holiday editorial on the brand side for The Lifestyle Co. and all of our holiday product. We've become infamous for what started, gosh, I think it's been 7 years, as Boho Christmas, because that was what was the thing then, and has grown in so many ways over the years, and now it is simply called Holidays by The Lifestyle Co. So I think what is really interesting about being at my house is I have been collecting product from The Lifestyle Co. for 7 years, right? So I have ornaments that go like way, way, way back. And instead of just getting a whole bunch of new stuff from the shop, I hand selected what I was adding that I already had so that I could show you a little bit different scheme this year than you've seen from me before. So starting here in the entry, it is a dream of mine to have this like Kim K inspired, simple yet maximal. And I should also tell you, I counted the trees last night. I have 7 full-size trees in this house, which again is like a dream come true. Okay, anyway, so I just wanted the entryway. It is the kind of foundation of the home in a lot of ways. When I drew this plan, I wanted an H-shaped floor plan. If you're wondering what that is, Google it up, you'll see tons of examples. So the entry is truly like that hash middle point that holds each wing up. So this is a really important part. This is what you come into, and I just had this vision of like 3 trees playing together, no ornaments on them. I wanted them to look like a little roughed up, right? I wanted them to look like they just had fresh snow. And I think it turned out so beautiful. So I get to walk by this every single time I come in my house. These are also called gazing balls. These are from last year from us. I don't know where you can find them if they're not from us, but I bet our team will find them and we'll link them for you in the description. So we'll make sure you get your hands on some of those. So then coming through here is our great room. Most holiday decorating revolves around your great room, right? And this house is no exception. It is such a big space. And so I had to kind of select which areas I really wanted to focus on. One usually being the fireplace. And one of the questions I get asked the most often is, your fireplace is or some combination of, your fireplace is asymmetrical and you don't have a mantle. Where do you put your stockings? And I will also tell you that was one of the very first questions I got when I showed the very first person, who was my mom, our floor plan. She was like, wait, what do you mean you're not gonna have like built-ins on either side? That's another story, but it can very well be done. And one of the reasons why I did an asymmetrical fireplace is because I wanted you to be able to see the fireplace in 2 directions. And no clients would ever let us do an asymmetrical fireplace. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show them how it's done. And so we did. So what did I do? I built this whole garland kind of mantle, if you will, out of 2 different types of garland. One is an old garland that I've used for years, and then this one, like the more real life-like one, is from us. It's called our Denver garland. It is viral. It sold out last year. I would assume it's gonna sell out again this year, but it's so well priced and it's so like moldable and so easy to use. So I just kind of intertwined them together, and then I used command hooks are your friend. And by the way, you guys, they just got 15-pound command hooks. We will link them in the description. These honkers are huge, and they have so far held this whole thing up. So command hook it up, and then I just kind of use floral wire, and I attach the stockings ever so delicately as it cascades down on one side. So again, I'm really playing with the fact that it's asymmetrical on purpose, right? We don't have to try too hard. It doesn't have to look perfect. We want it to look organic, and like the stockings and the garland just kind of appeared, and it helps frame kind of the front of the room. So then as we come this way through the rest of the great room, this little shelf vignette has become one of my favorite stops this year at my house for the holidays. And I think it's a good demonstration of so many different ways that you can work with what you already have. I also always get, like, I don't have a big budget. How can I make my house look a little bit more festive? Ribbon. Velvet ribbon is absolutely your friend. You can tie it on anything, right? You can tie it on book stacks, which I didn't do here because I chose to do it in other areas of my house. You can tie it around boxes, like decorative boxes. Here, I also kept some of the existing decor. So these books are always here. These books are always here. This little tray had a candle on it, and I removed it and put this so delicate, like such a cute little piece. This is also from us. These brand new red paper trees are from us, which I love. This whole vignette is mostly existing decor. So like this is from us. I'm sorry, this is existing, and then this little garland, which I love. Mixed metals, you guys. Mixed metals are so in right now, and I just love how delicate that looks. It almost mimics fairy lights, like twinkle lights, without having to do that. So you can see how I also tied more ribbon. I will also tell you, while velvet ribbon is more expensive than other types of ribbon like satin, this is all ribbon that I reused from last year. So like you make one investment and then just make sure you wind it back up at the end of the season and you can use it again. So it helps a little bit with like that initial, you know, 20 bucks a spool or whatever. These are ours. I love incorporating family photos. So this is always on the shelf. This is a picture of us in 2020 at the beach in California. And then this little micro art is brand new to our holiday collection this year. I love it. Again, it's neutral, but it can also play really well with adding color. I just think it's such a pretty culmination. And then, okay, last, this is one of my favorite tricks. This is a bowl from my kitchen. And then these are leftover ornaments. Put the ornaments in the bowl, then make sure one is like just perfectly kind of placed on top, and then tie, again, just that big fat ribbon on. This is a wreath, so small little thin wreath placed underneath it, kind of like a charger would be. And then an additional piece of greenery. And look, you have just such a simple kind of vignette, again, to anchor the corner of something like a shelf. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the tree last, because it's the best part. But coming into the kitchen, okay, so I have a huge island. It's 17 feet. I realized that I have to put something on it that can tame how big the island is. So if you have an island that is similar in size, again, I like things asymmetrical, so I chose this side because we tend to use utility more on that side. So this, all I did, you guys, was take every amount of leftover greenery that I had in my garage and I shoved it all in here. Like this is a tree. Like this is like a crappy little tree from the dollar store. I put that in here. I put like this rando in here. I put this in here in a beautiful vessel, and then I just started tying ribbon. And look, it looks so abstract and wild. Like I truly think that if you saw this at a florist, this would be like $350. And it was just leftover greenery. So like play, give yourself a license to take the stuff that you have that maybe you could think about using in an untraditional way, put it in a new vessel, turn it upside down, turn it around, right? Like take some time to think creatively, and I think you'll be really happy with what you like comes out of that. Okay, so kitchen. I love my kitchen. We do a lot of cooking in here. So it really needs to be still pretty well able to function as a regular kitchen. So this again is our Denver garland. Like I said, it's so well priced, you guys. I literally think it's like $36. I'm looking at Annie, 36, 42. I think it's got a 3. It's got a 3. So it's so well priced. It comes in 6 foot increments. So I took it, I chopped it in half, and what I love about it is you can cut it and you're still gonna get like this end. It's not gonna look like a clean break, which we don't want. I put this on the top of my marble ledge, and that's it. I really didn't do too much because I want it to feel festive, but again, I have to cook here, so like I can't have glitter on the counter, you know, anything like that. This is another great example, right? I was telling you just earlier about tying ribbon, velvet ribbon around your books, cookbooks. Again, so festive. Okay, coming down here, I'm using these pomegranates just as kind of like a bowl filler right now. I need to find a recipe with them because they are so good. But don't be afraid to work in festive fruits, festive vegetables. If you like baked goods, I could totally see canisters filled with cookies and right, like all that kind of Christmas confectionery stuff is always so beautiful, tastes great, and adds to your overall scheme in the kitchen. The tree time, or I should say time for the tree. The best part of this whole room, I think, you guys, I went for it this year, okay? By the time I decorated this tree, I think I had already decorated like 6 or 8 trees. So I was like, okay, how can I make this feel different, like I mentioned, than our editorial campaign at The Lifestyle Co. Also using some of the existing ornaments I had, which I had a ton of gold. So last year I did silver tinsel, which is the gift that keeps on giving forever and ever and ever. I will never get it off of this tree. So now I feel like it's like a little bit less intense than it was last year, but it's still present. So I'm calling it still mixed metals. And then I saw this inspo image on Pinterest that we may have to overlay because it was so beautiful. I hope it's not AI because it was that beautiful, but I used it as inspo. And what it basically kind of conveyed was this like organic, like grouping of color blocking. And then where I placed the organic kind of arrangement of these little bows was candles, was those tree candles. So overall, I felt like it felt really formal, and I think this tree feels pretty formal too, but I just couldn't do the candles, right? And these bows are from us, and you guys, they are so good. Look, they just have this little clip on the back, and you can literally clip them on the bottom, on the top. You can use them in your hair, you can use them on gifts. They're $12 for 3. They're called the Whimsy, I've gotten it wrong since the day we named them. They come in red, they come in black, and they come in ivory. So depending on whatever scheme you're working with, I literally think it's our best product this entire season, which is so interesting. But we're really living in this like bow moment. These red disco balls. Again, when we were creating the scheme and the overall like product offering, I was like, I have to have the red disco balls. I gotta get the big ones. I want these, this is the small. And then I also worked in burgundy, again, the glass with the gold. I'm obsessed with it. I think because it feels maybe a little bit avant-garde, and I think you'll maybe understand a little bit more when you see the den as well, because the den is way more casual, way more playful. I just love it, and I love the flocking. I love that it feels just maybe a little bit different than one, our editorial, and two, something we've had here at this home before. And then if you follow the eye all the way up, again, really playing with those clusters and like color grouping, for lack of a better term, we have our Winslet bow, which is a viral sellout for us. They are still available on our website, I think, as of this particular moment. So by the time this airs, I'm not sure, but we'll link everything in the description that I mentioned and everything that I used. You can go to our website, thelifestyleco.com, and actually click on Kristen's picks. And in my picks, on that whole page is everything that I use for my house, both on the home decor side, whatever I'm loving on the clothing and accessories side right now. It's just a great like holiday roundup of stuff that I actually personally use and incorporate into my home. And last, before we move on to the next room, I have to show you guys. So these little guys, I was just kind of kicking them around like a soccer ball. I got these years ago and they're shatterproof. And what I love to do before we have presents is kind of use them just as almost like space filler. It adds a little bit of intrigue on the floor, and once you do fill the lower space of your tree with presents, you just kind of like leave them there, right? And they kind of work in with your presents. So if you like to do a cohesive wrapping scheme, I think whatever you use for these, this is a 10-inch ornament. Obviously make sure they're shatterproof, but you can coordinate your ornament with your wrapping scheme, and chef's kiss, it just looks really wrapped up and really well put together for the entire season. I find bedrooms one of the hardest areas to decorate for the holidays because, again, like you need to sleep here, and personally, I like my bedroom chic and minimal. It's a place I need to rest my head. I don't want like things crowding me. I like my bedside table to be just so. I'm sure you're shocked. So when I set out to decorate our bedroom this year, I was like, okay, I just want it to feel like it feels every day, but I just want it to feel a little bit more festive. So I'm gonna explain to you how I did it. Number one, this wreath, simple, simple, simple. Just add one simple touch. This wreath is from us. I love it. It's got this like big, like flamboyant bow, I wanna call it. It's really playful, has a little bit of that, again, mixed metal in the glitter detail. I would definitely recommend shaking it out and like fluffing it before you place it up there because there will be glitter all over your bedding. I learned that the hard way for you. So most of this bedding of mine is existing, so it's what I always sleep in, and we will link everything for you in the description. These linen sheets from West Elm are like a 10 out of 10. I love them. I can honestly tell you, since I started using linen, or there's a couple different other types of sheets that I like, but these, for whatever reason, just, again, I just love sleeping in them. And the subtle stripe pattern for me is festive, but not too much. I can do the Christmas sheets sometimes, but usually it's like so kitschy. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. And my husband cannot sleep in flannel. So this was the best option to keep it elevated yet chic, right? And it's all about what you pair with it. So this pillow is, again, we'll link it. All I did, you guys, it's on my bed every single day, 365. I just added, again, just a little red velvet bow. You cannot go wrong. And it just, right? Like a little, perfect little addition. And then this, I got this at TJ Maxx, shameless. I loved the color. I've really been playing with reds and burgundies, as you can see throughout, both colors existing in the same scheme. And all I did was triple fold it and then use it as a footer. If you want extra fluff in your duvet, make sure you use 2 inserts. That is a designer secret. Most of them won't tell you. We pretty much all stuff all of our beds with 2 inserts. So I love that it just feels welcoming and it feels festive, but it's not overdone. I don't have a bunch of stuff in here. And ultimately we can still totally rest our head and get all the sleep we need because we have presents to wrap. Okay, you guys, this is our den. This is a lot of what we do on the regular, right? Is watch our absolute favorite movie, Home Alone. It's the best. There's no reason to overcomplicate things. So this year in our den, we always have a keepsake tree, which I'm gonna show you here in a second, but we really wanted to make it just a little bit more playful and youthful. My girls are getting older, you guys. When you guys met them, gosh, that was 2020, so that was almost 5 years ago. They were like 9, 7, 8, and 4. Now they're 13 and almost 10. And so I really try to take every opportunity I can to make it extra special and to make it feel, they're tweeny, right? And so we love the pinks and the reds and like all of that. So I really played that up this year, which you'll see. Behind me is our gallery wall. And I love a gallery wall, which you know we're infamous for our gallery walls at The Lifestyle Co. This one I did a little bit different because I didn't want it to just be photos of us. This space is supposed to be more playful. We play games in here, we watch movies, we watch YouTube as a family and plan our vacations. So together we picked out photos and then we also picked out like imagery of pop culture. So things and sports. So we have like Tiger Woods, we have the boys from Oceans, we have all of our trips, we have old Halloween costumes and Halloween pictures we were in. We have Taylor Swift, my girls love Taylor. We have aspirational, inspirational quotes like how lucky are we? We have a cowgirl. I love, we have the Yankees, we're big Yankee fans. We have a vintage photo of the original Yankee Stadium. So I'm obsessed with how it came out. And I think something that I love the most, which is again, so easy. You guys are gonna be like, this principal designer just told me all I have to do is add ribbon to everything, which is pretty much what you have to do. But so these are from Mixtiles and they're so easy to use. But all I did was I removed it off the wall and then I just tied a big ribbon around it. And I love that it kind of implies, like it brings this wall into the overall scheme. This is also such an easy place that you can work in those colors. So if you wanna show the reds, if you wanna show the pinks, let's say you're doing red and green or you're doing black and white or whatever your color scheme is, using the pieces on your wall, whether it be art or gallery prints, is such an easy way to do that and kind of bring this wall into the rest of the scheme. Okay, before my girls take over this tour, are you guys ready? I feel like they might be getting nervous. What do you think? Okay, before my girls take over this tour, I have to show you 2 last parts of our den. I also want you to notice the pillows. They're way more playful. We really played up that color. We added those more festive pillows and like could be a little bit cheesy into the pillow scheme on the couch, like do it, you guys. If you love it and it looks good and it makes you feel good, do it. So we play with pillows and textiles in the space too, which I really think helped make all of the decor in here come through. I also used old Christmas cards. If you're not displaying your Christmas cards, they can be yours, they can be of your family and friends, but I love the walk down memory lane. Again, I added just another pop of color there, but it adds instantly to the festive decor and you don't have to wait to get all of your Christmas cards. So this pin board is where we will end up putting our Christmas cards this year. And then this tree, this is usually, as soon as I put it on Instagram, the most asked about tree, which is so sweet and wonderful because I spend 12 hours on my trees and my girls put this one together in like 30 minutes. So people always ask, like, what do I do with the ornaments that my kids make? And like, what about the ornaments that I got while I was traveling? Your answer is the keepsake tree. I will never not have a keepsake tree. And I also will tell you, it started about this big. It was like 4 feet, 3 feet maybe, and it used to sit on the tabletop. And then we had a pink one that was like half the size of this. And then it's now gotten bigger to this big white guy. And I actually think while my girls were putting the ornaments on this year, Harper was like, I think we're gonna have to get a bigger tree next year, Mommy, because we have so many ornaments. So I have kept every ornament that they've made. Everywhere we go, we get an ornament and then we put it in our Christmas stuff so that we can add it to the keepsake tree. So this is really what the memes are about, right? And I think for us, we built this scheme around this tree and we do that every year and it just brings me so much joy. So it's a good demonstration of how you can have that designer moment in areas of your house, but then you can also really embrace all of the things that you've collected over time and remember all of the stuff that your kids have made or you've been gifted and put them all in one place and you can still have a scheme that feels really put together.
This is my holiday bedroom. Over here is my shelf and I really like doing my homework over here because there's a lot of space. And I do have a lot of like decorations from when my parents went to London up there. And then I have some like crafts over here, my perfumes, a picture of me and Santa when I was little. And then over here is my TV and then some drawers with stuff in them. And then I have a bunch of Taylor Swift records because I'm a really big Swiftie and I'm trying to play them more. And then over here is my reading corner. I want to start reading more, but I like to watch TV. Don't come at my mom for that one. And then over here is my vanity. My sister has one in her room too. And then I have a little Christmas tree with a bunch of little ornaments on them. And then if we move over here, it's my nightstand and my collage and my surfboard. And there's 45 days till Christmas and 45 days till London, so. And then over here's my bed. I really like my bed. It's really fun to sleep in. It has a lot of space. And I have some blankets and my pictures above my bed. And then over here's my vanity. This is where I like get ready every day. And then I have like a Mary sign and then all my stuff is in these drawers. And then I have a mirror right here. And then right here is my collage, another one, and then my little Coastal Life poster. And that's it.
Welcome to Sutter's room, right? First room tour as a big girl?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we love the most about your room?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, I know what she plays with the most, and I would say that's probably the hoop. So if you saw the first tour or the reveal, that was when you were flinging on this thing up, down, left, right. She has used it just about every day since. So if you're considering an acrobatic hoop, we love it for sure, right? Okay, what else can we tell them about your room? You are always either here or at your vanity, right? Putting on skincare, doing a little blush. What else do you do here? Your homework sometimes?
My homework sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And what was like the thing we had to add for the holidays?
My big bow.
Yes, your big bow. She saw this at the shop and basically would not accept my answer of you don't need that for your room. And she was like, no, Mommy, I really do. And then I came in the room right when we got home and you had already put it up here. And it stayed and now I love it. And I almost can't picture this bed without it. And then whose creative direction wore the ornaments?
Mine.
Yours, right? Where'd we get those?
H&M.
I ordered them from H&M and then you just taped them. Lots of tape harmed in this holiday decorating. But you did really good, huh? And what do you do? Do you sleep on the top or the bottom?
Both.
You sleep on both? What do you normally sleep in?
The bottom.
We go through phases, right? What else do we love about your room?
And also how I like my Santa's list of all like friends, family, and how I get to do naughty or nice.
And what else? You love this area?
Yes, I love how I get to do my makeup every morning. And when I get to do my hair with my big mirror.
And let me demo. Hold on, back to camera real quick. Okay, so when I was drawing this plan, I really didn't want to be doing hair with my arms like this and like hitting the wall. So when I brought it up, our architect was like, I don't think you want, I was like, no, I want it like a dorm room, right? Where there's no wall and it's all an ensuite. And so where Nick, our cameraman, is standing right now is the wet room. So that's where the water closet and the shower tub is, and we love it, don't we? Because it's so much bigger, and then mommy's arms aren't like hitting the back of a wall, and we just have a lot more room to do hair. And when you have friends over getting ready, or you and Sissy are getting ready together, we just have a lot more space, right?
Yes. These are all my records that I use. Most of them are Taylor Swift, but some of them are like, I have a Disney one that I listen to. And then I have all of my Christmas books up here. And then just some like regular books that I read.
Thank you guys so much for coming to the ODLhouse 2024 for the holidays. We loved having you guys. Thank you so much for walking through the girls' rooms. You guys did an awesome job doing that. Make sure you like and subscribe while you're here. If you are looking for any of our furniture, our accessories, some of what you see here for the holidays, you can always go to thelifestyleco.com. I'm on Instagram at Kristen Forgione, and The Lifestyle Co is at The Lifestyle Co on Instagram. We love to hear from you guys in the comments. I hope you have such a happy holiday with your friends and family this year, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.